Ging heut Morgen übers Feld, da noch auf die Gräsen hing, sprach zu mir die lustige Fink, ei du Geld. Guten Morgen, ei Geld, du willst dich eine schöne Welt, schöne Welt. Sing, sing, schön und flink, wie mir doch die Welt gefällt. Auch die Glockenboom an Feld hat mir lustig gut verdient, mit dem Glöckchen klinge, kling, klinge, kling. Ihren Morgengruß gestellt, wie sich eine schöne Welt, schöne Welt. Kling, 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 schönes Ding, wie mir doch die Welt gefällt. Heia!
Okay, let's go back to the beginning, please. Now, the first thing, I mean, this song, I mean, this is a text by Mahler, right?
Yeah.
And it's, I suppose you could sort of compare it with Schubert's Schöne Müllerin and Winterreise, in that the fahrende Geselle is dealing with his lost love, with his emotions.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, this is actually the only happy song of the whole bunch,
Yes.
so to speak, okay? Now, my feeling is, it says at the beginning, gemächlich, but in brackets, which I think is very important, it says, nicht eilen. Now, we all know what that means, right? And the thing is, you are eiling. Yeah? You sort of start off with quite a nice pace. Don't forget, the song is called Ging, heut, Morgen, übers Feld. Ging, gehen. And I have a little bit of the feeling you're doing a nice little jog, you know, before you have your Müsli Frühstück. But it's, you know, so I need to have a steady pace all the time. And you sometimes you go way too much. And you are actually the one, when I really read now and listen, when you play your eighth notes, you're getting faster and faster.
Yeah. I know, I have this problem.
Well, but why do you have this problem? I mean, this poor guy.
Because I always think that.
Okay. Well, let's suppose we can find something else. Okay, but let's start again. Now it is in two, but watch the speed, because it loses the Gemütlichkeit. You know, the happiness, the carelessness, the carefreeness is maybe a better way of putting it. Okay, so let's start again, please. Already here. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'll stop. You know, already here you have 6 quarter notes. Okay, and you are playing bum 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 bum. Why? It doesn't say. It just says.
Maybe not musical. It's it's fun somehow. But of course.
No, but the music is actually just a diminuendo. It's just a sense of bum 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 bum. Ging heut Morgen übers Feld. And you will have that tempo if you think before you start of his line, or just the words, Ging heut Morgen übers Feld. There you have the tempo already, you know? Or you could walk. Bum, 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 bum. And each step is a half bar. Yes? Okay? Now try and keep that steady, because if you start sort of doing funny musical things, which are really not musical, then we all get nervous, even the audience. Yeah? We need a sense of security.
Ging heut Morgen übers Feld, da noch auf die Gräsen hing, sprach zu mir die lustige Fink, ei du Geld.
Okay, now I'd like to stop again, please. Now the other thing you can try and stop running with the eighth notes is that you have often with him eighth notes together. For example, Ging, heut, morgen, über, Feld, Tau noch auf den Gräsern hing. Or the next place is sprach zu mir, and you should be together. You are faster than he is. Yeah? So if you would really just listen to him, then it will help to keep you to stay in tempo. Okay? I wouldn't give too much voice at the beginning.
Oh, it's too much.
Just tell the story. Ging heut, morgen, über, Feld. It's intern, you know. It's not ging heut, morgen. It's not this kind of effect at all. It's ging heut, morgen. It's in your mind.
Yeah.
And I personally, for my taste, excuse me, these are too short. It sounds a bit like an electric shock. I would do a bit more. Yeah, half pedal. I mean, you heard now. If you use half pedal, then you're never going to have a problem with anything. Then you can make it shorter if you want to by just taking the pedal out and just using the finger. But the point of contact that we have with the instrument, we are only in two places. One of them is here, and that is this section of the key, not up here somewhere, here, where the pressure point is, and the pressure point of the pedal as well. So these are the two places. So I can either make it legato, which is not a good idea. I need to change the pedal, otherwise I don't have a diminuendo, right? Then I can do whatever I like. Okay? And I don't know if you noticed, but when I start to play, my left hand takes over, not the right hand. May I touch you? You know, you're doing this all the time. Try and stay on the pressure point, doing this way. Yes. Yes. No, not in the air. Don't stay in the key. Okay, there we're together. It's not, you know, the first note is too, it sounds as if you're afraid of it. It sounds as if you're trying out the piano. I mean, he's been walking all morning, you know, through the fields. And now suddenly you do a, doesn't make sense. Pom, 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 pom.
Okay.
Ging heut, morgen, übers Feld, noch auf die Gräsen hing, sprach zu mir die lustige Fink, ei du Geld. Guten Morgen,
Okay, so now you can start to sing. So now you've told us the story, and now you know we have these funny little hats. Yeah? When I was a student, we were told that is the biggest accent that we have. Maybe times have changed. But so we have this written here. Guten Morgen, I get to. And now you're speaking to somebody else. Okay?
Yeah. Ging heut Morgen übers Feld, noch auf die Gräsen hing, sprach zu mir die lustige Fink, ei du Geld. Guten Morgen, ei Geld.
Now suddenly we have a different tempo. Why?
Because I think Mahler himself is exciting to see the natures are so beautiful and see all the greetings for him.
Does that mean you have to get faster?
I think the heartbeat gets faster, so...
No. You know, you'll never, you know, these are orchestral songs as well, you'll never find a conductor who can conduct that. I mean, I'm telling you now. I mean, try and stay in tempo, you know. Guten Morgen, I get to. You know, the excitement is in the words. It's coming from inside. It's not, oh, well, Mahler thought this. I don't know what Mahler thought. He's been dead a long time, right? Okay, start there. Guten Morgen. Yeah.
Guten Morgen, ein Geld, du, wie sich eine schöne Welt singt.
Okay, I'd like to stop again. Now, you sing beautifully. I like it very much what you're doing. You must be much more aware of the end consonants.
Yeah.
when you're singing, because often you swallow them. For example, Geld, I Geld. It's a question mark as well. I, Geld, du.
Ja.
Two separate words. Don't join them up. Geld, du. Wird's nicht eine schöne Welt? Schöne Welt. It has nothing to do with this again. The T is out there somewhere. And then you must take over dynamically. Okay? So where he started with Welt, you must be playing, continuing the crescendo. Okay?
Ja.
Guten
Morgen.
No, I'm sorry, I must be pedantic. Don't get faster with those eighth notes. Don't let them run.
Ja. Guten Morgen, mein Geld, du wirst sich eine schöne Welt. Zink, schön und flink, wie mir doch die Welt gefällt.
Can you play that in tempo as well, please? I'm sorry. Can you play that in tempo? Boom, 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 boom. You do something fun, some kind of funny agogic there. Okay. Don't.
Sorry.
No, I love the way you make this lovely crescendo, and the climax of the phrase, of course, is ja da 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 la ba, bum 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 bum, and that's what the singer is waiting for. So then, with that bum 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 bum, he has the tempo he needs to continue in, and he knows exactly when he has to start again. Okay, so this is another reason why you can't suddenly sort of go off the rails.
Where shall we start?
Two bars. No. Bum, 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 bum. Yes.
Auch die Glockenboom am Feld hat mir lustig guter Ding, mit den Glöckchen kling.
Now, can you sing that more? Can you sing that more musically?
Ja.
Auch die Glockenblum, it's one word. Glockenblum am Feld hat mir lustig gute Ding mit den Glöckchen klinge, with a crescendo and a diminuendo. You know, never sing a long note without doing something with it. It must live.
Ja.
Okay?
Ja.
With the trumpet again?
No, let's go from... Yes, auch.
Sorry? No, I mean.
Auch die Glocke. Okay. Auch die Glockenblum am Feld hat mir lustig guter Ding, mit den Glöckchen kling.
Okay, I must stop again now. I need your left hand more.
Left hand more? Like
No, here, because you know this is like a bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum, and just as you're playing this with a certain dynamic, the same thing we have the left hand as well. Yep.
you suggest both in the same dynamic?
Yeah, I need to hear a duet. I mean, there are different voices in the orchestra, you know. Okay.
Auch die Glockenblum am Feld hat mir lustig guter Ding, mit den Glöckchen kling. Ihre Morgengruß beschellt, für sich eine schöne Welt. Kling, schön Ding.
It's too fast again. You're just getting faster and faster and faster. I think, you know, this is already starting here. When you're, may I show you something? When you're starting, you do all of this stuff here. much more melodic the way you're playing it. In the left hand, bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Also, this effect here and here. This is always phrased here. One of the places you run, you do. Suddenly getting faster. That's where the phrase is going. Yeah? Hold it.
Auch die Glocken an Feld hat mir lustig guter Ding mit dem Glöckchen klinge, wie sich eine schöne Welt, gefällt. Heia!
Why do you break that there? Play with the hands together. Play with the hands together, just as it's written. Okay. Okay? You know, I have the feeling you don't listen to each other very much when you're singing and playing. Because if he doesn't get faster, you do get faster.
Yeah,
and if you really listen to each other, I think you would solve the problem also there. Yeah. I mean, the music has a forward direction. Of course it does. But at the same time, it needs to be phrased within those directions. Okay? I mean, this is a problem you have to solve. Okay? Let's go on to the next, the Übergang now, to where we are. Now, look what it says. He says, allmählich in ein sehr gemächliches Tempo einlenken. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You do. So why don't you do it? No, I'll tell you what you're doing. You know, you suddenly start in a much slower tempo.
Yeah.
And the thing is to keep the tempo going and gradually getting slower and slower until you get to this last bar here. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so let's try and do that. If we just go back to dia ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba ba ba, hands together.
Yeah.
Make another suggestion. You know, you're cutting notes as well. When you're playing here, this one here, you make it too short. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. If you make this too short, then again you're going to be too fast.
Okay.
It's too late. No, it was too late.
Yeah, I know.
Do it better. And again, you're a completely different tempo. The tempo was right when you got to ba ba bi ba bi ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum. This was the tempo. Yeah? Then you're losing it again.
Yeah.
And if you're as a singer will be very nervous because they won't know quite how to deal with it. And if you're then, because it's a very difficult phrase to sing that high F sharp, so if they don't have a steady tempo, then it's not going to work. Okay. I mean, so I've given you some ideas about this now anyway. So let's go on to Stille, Tränen. Very beautiful. Kerner.
Kerner's Lieder.
Yeah. Kerner, das war he was a doctor, wasn't he? One of the first psychiatrists, if I remember correctly. Yeah. And he also was a believer that psychiatric or psychological problems could be dealt with through understanding and love and care for the patient. So his house was always full of patients with psychological problems. Something that he was regarded as a weirdo in his time because he had all of these kind of thoughts that are very 20th century. And one of the other things that he was, and this is why I'm telling you this now, is that he was also a great believer in seances and also a Traumdeuter, an interpreter of dreams. So now we come back to this song, Stille, Tränen. And if we look at the text, Du bist vom Schlaf erstanden und wanderst durch den Au. This is for me the atmosphere very much of a seance or of a dream that's going on.
Yeah.
So this is the atmosphere with which we must now start this song. Okay? I like it very much what you're doing. You've got a very nice architecture to the song with the climax and everything. I just feel that sometimes, Nils, when you're playing, I have too many fat bellies in the accompaniment. I'll show you what I mean. For example, you start playing, you start this, then you do something like this. It's just a heartbeat, it's just a pulse. I mean, you need quality of sound here. Trying to express is that your accompaniment, this heartbeat, this pulse, must be part of the phrase, and not just something that you're doing for yourself. Yeah? We are making a nice carpet for him to sing on and to support him. So we are his heartbeat. And if he makes a crescendo, then you can make a crescendo. But don't lead him to do things that are not in the music. Okay? Let's start again, please. I need more clear text.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so important, so wonderful. Du bist vom Schlaf erstanden. And already with the atmosphere of the song, the color of the harmony, I mean, already with sitting here thinking, what is going on? Du bist vom Schlaf erstanden und wandelst durch den Au. Already we are in a dream world.
We are already in a dream, I think.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Inside.
So, let's do it, please.
Yeah.
What you're doing, but suddenly you take the voice away so much that we don't hear it anymore.
Yeah.
And then I think, why is he doing that? Because I have a very suspicious mind, and I always think he's doing that because he can't do it in a better way. So I've got nothing against you doing a crescendo or a diminuendo. You must always stay connected with your instrument, and don't take the voice away completely. You can sing with one vocal cord for all I care. This would be wonderful, but sing with it.
Yeah.
You can make a diminuendo, but sing a diminuendo. You can make a crescendo, but sing a crescendo. Don't just make funny noises or something. This was beautiful now. So let's continue. Keeping that in mind.
Yeah.
Yes, lovely.
Yeah.
It must be very, very legato. First of all, I need that word more. Der Himmel wunderblau. You know, the thing about Schumann is the sort of mixture, meltdown, if you like, of lyric and music. Mm-hmm. It's very much, it's the highest blossoming of German Romantic, and it's this mixture of text and music, whereby I must say that actually the text is so important.
Yes.
And there's also a psychological element. I mean, this is maybe why he chose the Kerner songs, because the psychology of his songs, generally speaking, is taking place in the piano. You are commentating on it. I mean, in this song it's slightly different kettle of fish, but that's the normal way, as with Hugo Wolf, then much later, actually. Now, it doesn't say diminuendo ritardando there, does it? It's too much, it does, but it's too much.
What's too much?
Much too much. A ritardando where the music stops is always too much, okay? It has to go on, relaxing the tempo, and then do you drive a car?
Yes.
You do. And what do you do when you drive around the corner?
Oh, you know, I didn't reflect on this.
I don't want to drive with you in the car.
We drive quite well.
You would feel comfortable, I think so.
So you would slow down, right? When you're coming.
Yes.
Thank you for that. And then when you're going round the corner, you give some more gas, right? So you can get round the corner. It's exactly the same principle. You get slower. And if you take your foot off the gas completely going round the corner, you'll suddenly stop. And there'll be a huge carambolage. Yes? So now you're taking the foot off the gas.
Yeah.
So keep with it, and then you can go on again. Okay? Da liegt allen Landen. I love the way you're doing that, because the high note is so much in the line and in the phrase. It's gorgeous, lovely. No,
Let's try it again. Yes, that feel
lovely. Join it up.
Yeah.
Doesn't make this, then you don't make it either. Okay. Because the thing is, if you overtake, you see, then we think, why is he doing that? Why is he so loud?
Yeah.
So either you have to make the crescendo as it's written, wunderblau, or he has to make it a diminuendo.
Yeah.
Can you make the crescendo?
I can make
Schumann,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do it. Nils, your left hand is too lazy.
Yeah.
All of these bass notes, you know, they're giving him. You know about overtones, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you use the bass, you'll get all of the overtones, and then you need just less here. There is one other thing I'd like you to be aware of.
Yeah.
When you here, you have this lovely little melody. That would be very nice if you could make that as a duet with him, the same thing going on here. But all of the time, if I don't have to feel the length of the Steinway, the keys, the string, with sonority, then the music is dead.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a question of quality of sound all the way through. Okay, I'd love to work with you more, but time is short. It was lovely. This was beautiful. Thank you very much.